Hey everybody, this is IndieGeek, and today I am taking a look at Frogatto and Friends by the Frogatto team. So this is available on PC, Mac, and Linux for $10, and I will of course link to where you can purchase the game. And in addition to that, I believe it's available on some mobile platforms. I would have to double check which ones, but that will be listed on the same page that I linked to, of course. And it has also made it through the greenlight process and will be on Steam this summer. And I will probably do another video on it then, because I believe some things are going to be changed or added to the game. But with that being said, we are going to jump in here. And before I get too far, I do need to mention this game does not have a good time with my recording software. So what I need to say is that the game plays great when I'm not recording, and since I started recording, I've had it crash a couple times, which if that happens I will restart the recording, which I've done a couple times now, and it's gotten laggy, but I promise that has not been an issue while recording, or I mean while not recording. So those are not issues that you should run into at all. Alright, so we are Frogatto, and this is our little buddy here. Hey Frogatto, yes? At least try to get a job today, alright? We need some help around here. Yeah, I know. I'll try. See to it. Alright, so as Frogatto, we can jump around. We've got our tongue. Nothing to see in my backyard. And we can go over on this guy here. This will actually eventually work as a teleporter when we've got more places. And basically, what we've got here is our own little adventure game. And first and foremost, I want to mention that if you've seen my other videos, you know that I do focus a lot on the art and music in games, and this game has very, very beautiful art. I enjoy it a lot. And as well, it also has really, really great music to it. Art-wise, in some ways, it reminds me of Chrono Trigger, which is kind of a weird comparison, but just like the color scheme and the way the pixel art is done, it reminds me a little bit of Chrono Trigger. So these question marks will give us hints on how to play, and I'll go over those so that you guys can see what's going on. So to save your progress, we're going to use an outhouse. Perfect. Yep. And we can wall jump. Yeah, it goes into a lot of detail on how to wall jump. Only Super Metroid had that. No, just kidding. Anyways. Yep. I'm actually playing with the Xbox 360 controller, if I didn't mention that. You can play keyboard and mouse, but it seemed like the kind of game that I would want to play with the controller. Alright, yeah, I might not go through these. I know how to play. And, forgotten how long some of those little help screens are. If I didn't mention, I played about an hour of this, roughly. So, we can either kind of spit enemies, kind of Yoshi style, into other enemies. This will actually heal us. We can drink water to heal. At least if it's from those fountains, we can. And then kind of the main thing we're going to do here is, like I made the Yoshi comparison, we're going to put objects in our mouths and spit them at the enemies. Or put enemies in our mouths and spit them at other enemies. Or you can spit on an enemy and then stomp on the enemy. So those are kind of the three methods for killing stuff. And like I said, I am really enjoying the music in this. Nice. Woo. And those little kind of bristles, as you could imagine, will hurt us. But we're just going to move on to the next screen. And like I said, I mean, it's not happening too often, but if you do notice any occasional lag, that is not present when I'm normally playing. That is totally a result of recording with OBS here. We can spit water bubbles at our enemies when we're underwater. And as far as the gameplay goes, that pretty much covers all the gameplay aspects of the game. There are, various things to collect. There's ways to upgrade our health, etc. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to be going on a little quest here. And actually we are going to see kind of the first health upgrade that I was talking about. So, hey Nini, what's cooking? I'm making a cake. Would you like to have some? Nah, I'd better get to town. I have serious business to attend to. Oh, well, maybe before you go, you could look at my basement. Your basement? Yes, here's the key. There's some ants down there. I've been meaning to get rid of them, but I just can't find the time. And now they've gone and ruined a whole bag of flour. Ick. I know, right? So you showed up and I thought, hey, maybe you could be a gentleman and help me out here, Yeah, that sounds opportune. How much were you figuring on paying for a pest exterminator? Well, sheesh, I thought you'd do it for free for a friend. But if you're going to be like that, I think I left a health capsule down there. If you can clear it out, it's yours. Also, come back and talk to me when you're done. I might have something else for you. So yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna talk about the art a couple times in this video, just because I really, really enjoy this art. I think it all looks really great. Woo. And the music is also just super catchy. And here's our health capsule. Nice. So, our HP increased by 1. And now we can just get out of here. That was all we needed to do. But, it does work pretty much like you'd expect an adventure game to do. There's going to be little kind of side quests like that. Oh boy. She's got another surprise for us. It's a fire talisman. Nice. So I will explain what's going on with this fire talisman here in just a second. Okay, there we go. So we got our new ability. Sorry, I'm skipping over some of the story because I'm leaving that for you guys to discover. So now we can breathe fire. And we can switch between using our tongue and breathing fire. So that's nice. We've got basically another method of attacking. And I would imagine we also probably need that to solve certain problems. So, a moment of your time, sir? Sorry, I'm off to town, not interested. But the town, you see, not interested. Buzz off. I don't care what you're preaching, go sell it to someone else. Very well. Someday those door-to-door people will realize that kind of hard sell tactic just annoys people. The sooner, the better. So, if you haven't picked up by now, Frogatto is not necessarily the typical hero that you would think of. He's a little sarcastic. I kind of like that. He's got a bit of an attitude to him. There we go. Alright, and what I'm doing is collecting coins there. And as far as I know, I don't think I've made it far enough to use any of the coins. Like I said, I only played maybe 45 minutes to an hour or so. If I didn't mention that, that is how long I've played. And there haven't been a use for the coins yet, but I can't imagine that they put the coins in without some kind of use. So I'm assuming there will be shops, something along those lines. But overall, like I'm enjoying the game a lot so far. I think one of the things that's really drawing me in is just kind of the world in general. It's kind of the feeling I get from the whole world. And I'm gonna drop another potentially obscure reference here. One of the feelings that I really get from the world in this game, it reminds me of, there was this PS1 game called Toomba. And I believe there was also a Toomba 2. I haven't played Toomba 2, but I did play Toomba 1 quite a bit. And in a lot of ways, the world here reminds me of Toomba, as well as kind of the gameplay, now that I think about it. Because we're kind of, we're kind of going off just adventuring and kind of doing little missions for people, and I certainly like that. I think that's a pretty fun way to do gameplay. And, the world is interesting enough that I am wanting to kind of keep exploring it. But yeah, I'm definitely having a good time. I'm gonna maybe rush through some of this a little bit, so that, we don't spend too much time just seeing me kind of killing the same enemies. Okay, and we will move on. But yeah, I gotta say, I know I keep harping on this, not really harping, but I keep mentioning over and over, the art looks really, really gorgeous. They've definitely done a very good job on the art for the game. Especially because we've got kind of like the parallaxing backgrounds, with the nice clouds moving. We've got a lighthouse back there. Looks nice. So, we've got like 4 or 5 different layers of artwork here, and all of them look really nice. Okay, so this is what our fire does. But this is actually going to be our first, real battle, and I'm glad we were able to make it this far. This is why I didn't want to spend too much time just, hanging around. Oh, darn it. So, kind of the goal with this battle is to be able to hit her with enough of the missiles before she either kills us or destroys the bridge. Because obviously, it's bad news bears if that bridge is destroyed. Darn it, missed. But that should do it. And that, of course, is a victory. Oh, yeah. So, we've got this little kind of crazy bird thing talking to us again. Are you quite alright? Yeah, who was that guy? One of Milgrim's henchmen, no doubt. They may have seen me talking to you. I can't be sure. Wait, what? Milgrim? What's he doing on this side of the island? You still haven't heard, then? Milgrim's men showed up early this morning in town. They've taken the whole place hostage. Unfortunately, I don't know the details. I just flew out of there as soon as I could, looking for anyone who could help. That certainly changes my plans for the day. Wow, I'd sure like to help, but I just don't see what I could do. I don't think I can promise anything, but if the opportunity presents itself, who knows? Yes, it's unreasonable to expect someone to just charge in there. I'm at a loss for a plan myself. Nevertheless, I'd better be going. Hopefully, we'll fix that bridge soon. Impressive how fast they can do that, with modular construction and all. In the meantime, you might benefit from visiting the fellow who lives here. Bit of a recluse, but he's also quite sharp. He lives on top of this rock column, and I get up there. How? Simple, just take to the air. You do realize I can't fly. Oh, silly bird. Thinks that we can just fly up there like he can. No, I mean, we're a good little frog here. We can jump around. Jump up and get down. I guess the other thing some of the art reminds me of, because I don't think I've referenced this at all, it's like Donkey Kong Country. And I was thinking specifically of those right there, because they've got kind of a pseudo 3D look to them. And they look really, really great. I'm not really sure what effect that is exactly, but it just reminds me of some of the effects you saw in the original Donkey Kong Country games. And I think, whatever that effect is, it's a really nice way to bring kind of a 3D effect to a 2D world. So, we've got this crazy little mole guy. Hello there. Hi, I'm Frogatto. Pleasure to meet you. I am Mortimer. That's nice. I hope you don't mind me asking, but what on earth are you anyway? Ostensibly, I am a mole. Okay. Perhaps more importantly, I am a bit of an astronomer and biologist by trade. That is why I live all the way up here. You can see quite a bit from this height. And I guess you have these ants in cages to study them? That's right. Unfortunately, my collection lacks the rarer golden ant. Oh, what a shame. You know, you look rather well-traveled. If you could bring me a golden ant and stick it in one of my cages, I'd reward you handsomely. Handsomely, you say? I'm on it. Alright, well, so that is kind of another little sub-quest that we've got going here for us. But otherwise, we're ready to leave his house and move on. Oh, actually, let me see if I should be able to get up here using this spring, because we can activate another teleporter here. And this will just allow for some easier travel later on. So, you know, I'm probably not going to play for too much longer because I want to leave, you know, more of discovering the game to you guys. But I will say that I have highly enjoyed my time with the game so far. I think it is, it's a very well made game. It's very well put together. The atmosphere is good. It's quirky enough that I actually like really enjoying the story. You know, like I said, the story's a little quirky. I mean, we are a frog here. Oh, interesting. I think I did this the other way around when I played it through earlier. I started from the bottom, and I'm not going to make a Drake reference, but I started from the bottom and worked my way to the top of this cave instead. So I don't know if there's a benefit to going through it the other way. But this is a good example of like some of the other environments in the game. So there are like a pretty good variety of environments from what I've noticed so far. Everything looks pretty different. Alright, so actually I can show off. Yeah, there we go. So like I said, those fountains just heal you up. Save here. Maybe I'll play another minute or two, but otherwise I think this kind of wraps it up, really. So, you know, like I said, I'm enjoying it a lot. I am definitely going to be putting more time into it. That's for sure. And like I said, I haven't played it a ton yet, but I am looking forward to playing more. Oh yeah, we've got a nice little swimming section here. Yeah, so you know, basically, I mean, I always talk about kind of who a game is for, kind of near the end of a look at, and this game is basically for people who, you know, I mean, if you're a fan of kind of platforming adventure games, if you're a fan of any of the games that I mentioned throughout the video, of course, that's kind of always just a general rule. So, you know, I mentioned things like Toomba, I mentioned like Donkey Kong Country, you know, stuff like that. You know, if you're a fan of those kind of things, and Yoshi, of course, like the games, you know, Yoshi's Story and Yoshi's Island, those kind of things, where you actually play as Yoshi, because Frogatto here has kind of that same technique of how he handles enemies, and I guess Kirby as well, that kind of thing, you know, which are definitely all good games to be in the company of. So I would definitely put this on the same level as some of those games in terms of how much I've enjoyed it. You know, I mean, I don't want to turn this into, let's just list off a bunch of names that Frogatto is like, because, you know, it does a ton to kind of just make it its own thing as well, and I'd certainly appreciate that. I think it's got a really good kind of identity going for it. Oh, good, got some health. So, you know, there are some fairly extensive underwater sections. I don't know, like maybe as you go through the game, those show up more often, or maybe this is pretty much what to expect. It's just the occasional kind of head through the water, but it's nice. You know, there is a little more to it than just walking on land here. See, I think those are the golden ants, but I'm not sure how we're supposed to be able to get them. This look at has gone a little off the rails here. I almost feel like I'm starting to just let's play the dang thing. Oh nice, that was like a little secret. That was pretty cool. Oh no. Woo. Oh no. Well, that's actually a probably a good stopping point. So yeah, this is Frogatto and Friends, and you can purchase the game now if you'd like, which I would suggest because I believe that you will get a Steam key when it comes out. I can't guarantee that, but that is pretty common, so I would kind of expect that. But you know, it's $10, and I think it is definitely worth that. I think the gameplay is really good. Like I mentioned, the art and music are really good. It's all just put together really well. I think the story is pretty interesting so far. I like the characters a lot. I like Frogatto a lot. Yeah, I mean, if you couldn't tell, I like the game a lot, and I definitely give it a hearty recommendation here. So, oh yep, it looks like we are heading towards the shop here. But this is where I'm going to wrap it up. So, as always, feel free to comment if there's anything that you'd like to comment on. Subscribe to the channel to see more of my videos every single day. And if you liked my video on Frogatto and Friends, please consider clicking the like button, because that could help me out a lot, and I appreciate everything that you do to help. So with all of that being said, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.